What is the most awkward situation you've ever been in that still haunts you? My name is Will, and I am a successful adult with a great life. But when I was 17, I worked part-time at the local community center, stationed at the front desk where I signed people in, answered phones, and made PA announcements. It was a small job in a small town, but at that age it felt like a big deal for a shy kid. But worse, the job put me directly in the same space as Heather. I'd had a crush on Heather for 2 years. Not a casual one, a quiet, carefully hidden obsession that lived in my head. She was a year ahead of me, confident in the way only certain people are. The kind of girl who spoke like she assumed the room belonged to her. She even knew my name, which at 17 felt like a sign, like proof that maybe I wasn't invisible after all. Every time I worked a shift where she might walk by, I stood straighter and imagined myself doing everything perfectly. The center hosted a joint high school fundraiser and awards night one afternoon, drawing parents, teachers, and students, about 200 people from my school. I knew Heather would be there. I knew she was getting an award. I told myself it didn't matter, that I'd just do my job. But the truth was, I needed this night to go right. I needed to sound cool and professional, someone worth noticing. Earlier that day, my supervisor Dale pulled me aside and handed me a printed sheet. "You're on announcements." Read what's on the paper in a clear voice, nothing else. Got it. He raised an eyebrow at me before adding, "Don't ad-lib." I promised I wouldn't. Heather was scheduled to receive an award for academic excellence. I read her name on the page and felt my chest tighten. If I did my job right, I'd be invisible, just a voice in the background. But a part of me still hoped she'd notice that voice, and that it wouldn't shake. The night started smoothly. I made the opening announcement, my voice steady enough to calm my nerves as the room filled with scraping chairs and low chatter. Then Heather passed the desk. She smiled. "Hey, you're working tonight?" I managed to nod my head yes. "Don't work too hard," she said as she walked away. That brief exchange was enough to send my heart racing. 10 minutes later, Dale leaned in. "Next announcement in 30 seconds. I nodded. I looked at the paper, rehearsing the next line over and over in my head and waited for my cue. But then something changed. A teacher I knew, Mr. Collins, rushed up. "Hey," he said, "we're ahead of schedule. Can you announce the awards now?" I hesitated. "It's not on the sheet." "It's fine," he said. "I'll tell you who's next." Dale was busy, so I couldn't get his approval. Before I knew what to do, Mr. Collins leaned close. "Just say, 'Now presenting the Academic Excellence Award to,' then I'll give you the name." "Okay," I said. I don't improvise well, but I picked up the microphone anyway. "Attention everyone," I said. "We will now present the Academic Excellence Award to..." Mr. Collins whispered something. I didn't hear it. "What?" I whispered back. He repeated it, louder, but the mic picked it up. "Heather Mitchell." I panicked. My brain grabbed something else, something I had practiced alone in my room 100 times, a sentence I had never said out loud to anyone. "I just want to say," I continued, not reading anything, "that Heather is someone I've admired for a long time." Silence followed. Dale's head snapped up. I kept going. "She's smart and kind, and I think..." Dale mouthed. "Stop." I didn't. "I think she deserves this," I said, "and I've wanted to tell her that I..." Heather looked straight at me. Her smile was gone. Mr. Collins whispered, "What are you doing?" I felt the heat in my face, but my mouth wouldn't shut up, and I laid it all out there for the world to hear. "I like you," I said into the microphone. I really like you." A laugh came from somewhere. One laugh, then nothing. Then Dale pulled the microphone away. The room filled with whispers and nervous giggles as Heather walked to the stage, careful not to look at me. She accepted her award, said a brief thank you, and left. I stood there until Dale sent me to the back room. Behind the closed door, he asked one question. Why? I didn't have a good answer. He sent me home. I left through the side exit and sat on the curb, avoiding my phone because I didn't need proof of what had just happened. Later, a text came through from Heather. "You could have just asked me for coffee." I stared at it, equal parts relieved and sick, and never replied because I realized the most embarrassing moment of my life also ruined my only chance.